Hi friends, and welcome back to Beloved Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Well, I'm just going to let y'all know right off the bat that I'm doing amazing. So excited to be spending this time with y'all. Y'all know how much I love getting into these characters' business, whether it's a movie or a television show. So that's where I'm at. Y'all can let me know in the comments how y'all doing, how y'all feeling, what are you watching, what are you streaming, have you been to the theaters lately, all that good stuff. Drop it below and you know we will talk down there, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled A Melbourne Match. Now you can find this film streaming right now on Hallmark Plus, but first let me tell y'all what this film is about. Georgie, a travel writer, travels to Melbourne for an assignment where she meets Zach, an ex-Australian footballer who agrees to be her tour guide and shows her that there's more to life than work. So yes, y'all, we about to go on a trip. Y'all ready? Okay, we are escaping winter to paradise with these Hallmark flicks that are coming out back to back, okay? So y'all know I'm trying to keep y'all in the loop of everything that's going down. I'm a little bit behind. I have like one more, I got one more. And I started that last night and I should finish that between today and tomorrow. At the latest Friday, and I'll put that review up so we'll be all caught up for the latest paradise, escape to paradise, okay, escape the winter. We'll be all caught up for the latest film that'll be coming out this weekend. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Then y'all know I'm gonna let y'all know when we get to the end of all of this, like which one is my top film. I kind of have an idea so far where I'm at, but of course y'all know I ain't gonna tell y'all, okay? Y'all gonna have to guess and everything. It is a mystery, yes, okay? We are investigating with this Beloved's top films, okay? But yeah, here we meet Georgie. Now, Georgie is like a travel agent, probably like one of the top, your best, your fave. Okay, if we are going anywhere, she would be the person that we would love to contact because Georgie is going to hook us up. She going to make sure we have the best experience wherever we are going. We need a tour. Well, we need a travel agent like her, okay? She going to hook us up, make sure we got the best flight plans, itinerary, everything. Everything is everything. But yeah, but here's the thing with Georgie, okay? She's been offered this opportunity to step outside her comfort zone a little bit, step outside the office, being across that telephone. Her boss said, okay, how about a week-long trip to Melbourne? She's like, really? But here's the thing, y'all. He want an exclusive, like he wants to know, basically he wants her to get involved in the culture there, meet the people, like have an experience to report back on, to write about. He wants the ins and out. He wants an experience. He doesn't want like your typical thing. Okay, just go to the hottest spots, talk to a few people, you like your typical critics, y'all know, and I'm just saying this, but of course, I'm just throwing it out here because y'all know a lot of times I say what's in my mind, right? In my reviews when I'm talking to y'all, because, I love talking to y'all like this, right? So anyways, like he don't want, y'all know you got Rotten Tomatoes, and yes, we respect them. We love them for what they do. But a lot of times we the people, when we really want to know what's up with a film, a television show, like really want to know, and we know there's a lot of you go to YouTube, come here in the neighborhood, see see what the real people got to say, the real people like you, like me, like what do they really have to say about this film? Because they ain't getting paid for nothing. They're not getting paid to give a positive review or a negative review. They ain't out there like that. They ain't on that kind of thing. They are real. They gonna tell you the ins and out, gonna make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. And this is what he want Georgie to do. He doesn't want, like, don't give me no typical something I can look up in a book or like in a tour guide on a map or something. No, I want you to get out there. I want you to experience, okay, Georgie? Experience it all, the food, everything that you can think of. I want to get in there. Get me in the trenches, girl, okay? And she is excited. She's like, okay, I'm down for this. A week long, in a sense, kind of a vacation. Well, your regular people, we would take that as probably like, okay, kind of a vacation, but not Georgie. She is such a stickler for time and a perfectionist, and everything has to be like this, like that for her. A to B to C to D with her. Like she constantly, she's one of those kind of people that constantly looking at the time. And I laugh to myself because when this is brought up in this film about how much she's such a stickler for time, I thought about myself and I had to say, okay, beloved, you gotta put yourself out there, girl, too. Okay, don't be acting brand new. You know how you do. I'm such a stickler for time that I will literally set my time like way ahead to almost trick myself. You know, I'm not. I'm really not. But it makes me feel that way. It makes me feel like I'm gaining time when I set my time fast. So I'm going to be where I need to be a lot earlier. I'm going to be more than on time because I'm going to be super early. And it makes me feel like I'm gaining time, almost like you kind of like you're a timekeeper in a sense. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, but I felt her in that particular scene when it's pointed out by Zach here that why are you constantly watching the time? And I get that with her because I'm kind of like that. Like I said, I'm like that so much so that I manipulate my time. I fast forward my clock, okay? And try to make myself feel like I really having that much control, and you know you really don't, but hey, I know it's something I gotta work on, but I'm like, okay, good. I'm in good company. I have Georgie. She feels the same way. She just ain't go that far, right? But yeah, I love this character from the moment she steps onto the screen. I was already interested. I mean, I love films like that. Like you're going to be traveling. The fact that she has this amazing job that will send her somewhere, like pay for everything. I feel like, wow. And it reminds me of those days when I thought about, when I was much, much younger, I thought about being a flight attendant. That's how much I knew that I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to go to so many different places, and I don't know, that was just me. I don't know. Would you call that adventurous? What would you call that? Okay, so this film just kind of brought up so many of those different things for me when I thought about like in those days when I was much, much younger and so forth and all of that. But anyways, look at me on me. Getting back to Georgie. So a lot of that I found like interesting because of my personality and seeing how much in common I have with this particular character, but at the same time, and I was rooting for her. I was excited that she took on this challenge to go to Australia for an entire week and really want to get in there and write something that is amazing from a perspective of like just taking a different outlook on it, not wanting to write down your typical thing that you'll find in a pamphlet or something like that. So I was there for her in that. I love her sister here. Her sister is so sweet, looking out for her, want to make sure she all right. Like, girl, can you please eat something decent? Stop living out the vending machines. That seems to be like Georgie's thing because she's constantly on the move. Her job is like, she even mentioned that in a sense she's almost married to her job. So you can imagine what that's like, being on the move all the time, a stickler for time. And everything is about your work. Your whole life revolves around it. So yeah, she does find herself eating out of vending machines. And I love this particular scene when she does arrive in Australia and locate her vending machine, and she pounding on it, trying to get whatever she need to get out of there. I'm like, girl, can you please stop acting like you was showing where you from, okay? I mean, you know, when you open your mouth, people can kind of get a feel where you from by your accent and the way you talk and all of that. But come on, girls, beating up on the vending machine like that, we know that's Westerner. You westernized, girl. Stop that, all right? Go somewhere to a bagel shop or something like that and get you a little something like your sister said. Get you something real to eat. Stop beating on that girl. That's embarrassing. That's how I feel watching her in that particular scene, and it's like everything is like in a bit of chaos for Georgie when she arrives to Australia, because number one, her driver is nowhere to be found, and you know how she's a stickler for time. She's like, what is going on? Where is my driver? Calling back to the office to her co-worker, like, what is going on? He was like, girl, give it 10 minutes. If nobody shows up in 10 minutes, we'll go with another company. So she's out there outside with her luggage and everything. almost got ran over, girl. It's like, seriously, I was like, girl, what in the world? Almost got ran over by this driver, right? And he, he's like, make sure she all right and everything. And you can tell from that from this first encounter that they are getting off not on the best of starts. Okay, I mean, who would? Somebody almost run you over. Of course, you're gonna feel some kind of way. And so he's in a rush trying to pick up his passenger. So once he makes sure Georgie all right, he rushed on upstairs or whatever, looking for his passenger. And he look out the window and see her sitting on the side of the street, and you don't see nobody else around. You're like, oh, wow, what I done got myself into. I just about ran over this chick downstairs, and now I find out this is my passenger. Can things get any more crazier than this? Can they? Come on now. Where are you, God? Where are you now? And so I can imagine how Zach feels in this moment. And this is not even and on top of that, this is not his day-to-day job. This is something he happened to step into because his dad couldn't make it. So he decides to volunteer to be her driver really quick. And then on top, it's just like how my words are all over the place right now. I'm sure that's how Zach felt. So he goes down there, introduce himself, and she's like, wow, you're kidding me. Like, the guy that just ran me over, you're supposed to be the one that's picking me up? Like, oh. So once they get past that, and he kind of explained himself a little bit to Georgie. Georgie's like, okay. So I can see things kind of going a little, because she has such a sweetheart. That's one thing I have to say about Georgie. She does care about people. Like, she is like really, really kind. And at the end of the day, that goes a long way. So what she ends up deciding to do, which I had to commend her on that, she decides to ask Zach, could he be her tour guide, her personal tour guide, because he did let her know that this is not his thing. But because he took her somewhere to see this painting on a wall and how like it looked to Georgie, like it was so beautiful. It was something that you would not find in some pamphlet or in some museum that most people would go to when you arrive at a particular city. He took her somewhere that you just had to be a native to notice. And the fact that he did that, like how many people would have done that? And so I felt her, and he agreed to be her tour guide. But his one thing was, all right, you're not going to have me on some crazy schedule. Like, we're going to get rid of the schedules here. We're going to do this, right? If we're going to do this, we're going to do this my way. We're going to get rid of this, and we're just going to go. Let's just go, right? And I love that because, like I said, I am kind of like Georgie in that way, a stickler for time. I was looking at the time. And my thing, I'm gonna let myself off the hook a little bit. Georgie, I'm keeping you on the hook because you ain't really gotta be like that. You got an amazing job and all kind of different things, girl, going for you. So what are you doing? But as for me, the reason more so why I am like that is because of the fact that I am. Georgie has arrived to her place. I'm on the way to my place. I have yet to arrive. So I'm still in a planning season right now. I'm still building right now. So it is going to be like that. You feel like you're like all over the place. You're working jobs and all kind of different things just going on, trying to do your own thing, and you're working jobs, and you're just, because you're trying to build, you're trying to get to the dream when you're on your way to the dream, when she's already living in the dream, and all she really got to do is just let go. So what are you doing, Georgie? Okay, I know you try to get on me, but what are you doing? All right. But anyways, I just love this here. This film was so sweet, super, super cute. I mean, seeing the scenery here, I felt like I literally went to Australia, even though I have never been there. Don't really know anything about it like that, but I felt like I got a little bit of the culture here. I felt like I really went somewhere that I hadn't experienced just by going on this journey here with Georgie and Zach and their personalities, seeing how different they move. And yet they were rubbing off on each other little by little. That's what they were doing. They weren't even trying to do it. And you can imagine what you typically with the Hallmark realm, of course, someone's gonna fall for someone. We know how that goes. You gotta have some sprinkle of romance in there. Don't act brand new here. We love it, okay? We love it all, whether it's cheesy, whether it's like just breathtaking. We're here for everything. We want it. We keep asking for it. And guess what? Y'all keep giving it to us. But anyways, yes, y'all know I ain't finna ruin it for y'all, but pack your bags, pack your lovely suitcase, and prepare for a treat, okay? And if you are like, you don't feel like really making nothing, really sitting down having some kind of home cooked meal, that's okay. Georgie know all the best vending machines, okay? So y'all cool. We gonna be all right. Y'all gonna have something tasty to eat or whatever. Maybe some little snacks or something, but you gonna have something. But anyways, yes, this is good here. This is good. I am in an amazing place right now with this particular film because I had so much fun. Like seeing, oh y'all, I gotta tell you about this. When he took her to see them koala bears, I was like, well, koalas, that's how y'all say it. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. I don't even know if bears go behind it. But whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. When he took her to see them cute, cuddly things, I was like, oh, that's so nice. They zoos has to be the most amazing zoos in the world. And I enjoy going to the zoo. That's probably one of my favorite things. But I was like, this has to be an experience going to a zoo in Australia. Like, aren't they known for having like some of the best like zoos and stuff, like the different animals they have and everything? Oh, I just wanted to go. In that scene with the kangaroos, y'all, I gotta say, y'all, like, Zach saved her from a kangaroo girl. Like, I was like, okay, Zach, and the way he did it, like, push you out of the way, and the way he landed, oh, wow, honey. And that almost kiss, it should have been, but it was not. It was like a little bit of mystery there because you're on the edge of your seat and you're like, is this gonna be the moment? Come on now, move on in. Come on, Zach, I know you want to. Georgie, I know we don't pursue, they pursue. So you ain't got no choice but to later, like, breathless, okay? Like you in the clouds of heaven, and you're like, okay, is this gonna be it? But the ball is in his court, so what's gonna happen here? And oh, y'all, that was cute. I love how they just had us hanging there, okay? Y'all didn't make it easy for us. Please keep that kind of thing coming because we love that, even though we may say something and be talking some kind of way afterwards, but we know we love that. We love to talk that talk like that, okay? But yes, that almost kiss, I was there for it. I really was. I was like, Zach, okay. The accent, hun. The accent. And then the way you carry yourself, all right? I love that. Oh, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this. When they was out by the waters, the scenery with them waves crashing the rocks and all of that stuff, as he was taking her to his hometown, like kind of where he grew up and stuff in Australia, right? That was amazing, watching that scenery and seeing Georgie put her head out the window. We all have been there. We want to put our head out the window, let the wind caress our hands and everything. We love that, right? And smelling that fresh, breathy sea salted air. Okay, so we was there for that. But yes, when they was out by that water, right? And Georgie was trying to play. Girl, you play too much. Trying to play. You don't want to go over there talking about the sharks or whatever sharks could be out there and all of that. And like you just didn't want to go over there. You didn't want to get your hair messy and all of that. You didn't say that, but we assuming it. Okay, we kind of putting words in your mouth. Well, I'm kind of putting words in your mouth. Okay, and so you standing over there like that, and then he come over there, right? He played real cool. You don't even see it coming. He sweep her off her feet. Throw her like gently over his shoulder, carrying her to the water. I was there. There's nothing like it. Oh wow, because you just imagine what it's like to be swept off your feet, and the way he just carried her, like she was just light as feather, light as dust over there to the water. Okay, y'all, I don't want to ruin that for y'all. I want to ruin that, but this was cute. This was sweet and cute, like something I would read in a book. Y'all, I was there. But yeah, once again, this film is titled A Melbourne Match. You can find it streaming right now on Hallmark Plus. Pack your bags. This is a trip you ain't gonna want to come away from. I'm telling you. But before I leave y'all for today, let's go ahead and get into the scripture. And we're coming out of Proverbs 23, verse 12, and it reads, apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. So that's all I have for y'all for this video. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Well, hanging out with me and watching me like geek all over like all these characters and Australia and all this stuff. Y'all, I feel like I done been somewhere. I really feel like I done been somewhere. So y'all let me know in the comment section below. Have you watched this film? What are your thoughts about it? Tell me something, okay? So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.